Why do we repeat some behaviors and avoid others? The answer often lies in consequences. If an action leads to something good, we're more likely to do it again. If it leads to something unpleasant, we're more likely to stop. This basic idea is the heart of operant conditioning, a theory developed by psychologist B.F. Skinner, one of the most influential figures in 20th century psychology. While classical conditioning explains how we learn by association, operant conditioning explains how we learn through rewards and punishments. Let's break it down. Operant conditioning is a type of learning where behavior is influenced by its consequences. Skinner believed that nearly all behavior, from animals pressing levers to people studying for exams, could be explained this way. To study this, he used a device called the Skinner box. In a typical experiment, a rat was placed in a box with a lever. At first, the rat moved around randomly. But eventually, it would accidentally press the lever and get a food pellet. Over time, the rat learned that pressing the lever led to food. It began to press it more often. This is positive reinforcement in action, adding something desirable to increase behavior. Let's go over the 4 key consequences in operant conditioning. Positive reinforcement. This means giving a reward to encourage behavior. Example: a student studies and gets praise or a good grade. They're more likely to study again. Negative reinforcement. This involves removing something unpleasant to encourage behavior. Example: taking aspirin to remove a headache. Because the headache goes away, you're more likely to take aspirin again. Despite the word negative, it's still about increasing a behavior. Positive punishment. This means adding something unpleasant to discourage behavior. Example: a child touches a hot stove and feels pain. That pain discourages the behavior. Negative punishment. This involves taking away something desirable to reduce behavior. Example: a teenager loses video game privileges after breaking a rule. The loss discourages the behavior. Skinner also studied schedules of reinforcement, the timing and frequency of rewards. He found that how often a behavior is rewarded can dramatically affect how quickly it's learned and how long it lasts. For example, continuous reinforcement, rewarding every time, works fast, but the behavior may stop quickly if the reward ends. Intermittent reinforcement, rewarding occasionally, creates more durable behavior, like people playing slot machines. This is one reason why habits, good or bad, can be hard to break. Our brains get used to unpredictable rewards, and we keep repeating the behavior just in case a reward comes again. Operant conditioning has been widely used in real life. In education, teachers use praise, points, and privileges to encourage learning. In parenting, timeouts and rewards help shape behavior. In behavior therapy, operant techniques help people manage anxiety, addictions, or even developmental disorders like autism. However, critics argue that operant conditioning can oversimplify human behavior. It doesn't fully explain internal motivations, thoughts, or creativity. That's where cognitive psychology steps in, focusing on how we think, reason, and remember. In the next video, we'll shift from behavior to mind, exploring Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development, a major milestone in understanding how thinking changes as we grow.